All right, they'll put an X on the building like this. At the top, they will be the date that they went into the building. On the left or the right, depending upon who does it, will be the group that went in the building, right?
California National Guard, special unit.
Right, and then at the bottom will be the number of bodies they found. And believe me, you remember the first time you see something that didn't have a zero. Right.
Okay, we're on the east side of the Industrial Canal levee, so on the back behind the wall that you see. This is a new retaining wall that was built. It's not armored, it's the Industrial Canal wall, and there are theories as to how this levee broke versus the other two levees, the London Avenue Canal and the 17th Street Canal.
And where are we at right now?
Levees broke. We're in the lower 9th Ward. We're standing in the lower 9th Ward, and the reason the lower 9th Ward felt this much of a brunt of the flood was the theory states that a barge slammed into the levee wall on the east side and broke it and exacerbated the damage to the levee, and that's why we have this much damage in the 9th Ward as opposed to a small amount of flooding that would have occurred had the city flooded with just flooding from St. Bernard Parish and also from the other two levees. The other two levees, the 17th Street Canal and the London Avenue Canal, the new scientific theories state that they were undercut, and then once they were undercut, the levees themselves eroded. So it was not a case of overtopping. It was a case of actual undercutting of damaged levees.
Explain what undercutting means.
Undercutting. There are three ways of a river or a flood going over a levee. So basically three ways that an area can flood. One, the wall itself can erode over time. You know, if you have poor quality of concrete, you can have cracks form in it, and then you have water going through the levee. Undercutting means that the levee is not deep enough, or it has gotten so damaged and weak over time that the water seriously cuts under the levee, and then the levee itself has no bolstering, it has no support, and then the entire levee itself topples. A section of the levee topples, and then once a section topples, that's it. And then the third way is overtopping, and in many of these cases what we see is undercutting and eroding.
We were just in the lower 9th Ward, and I was last there in, I guess, May, and I saw some very small incremental progress. They had indeed removed some piles of houses. There were something like 15-foot debris piles out there before, and the levee itself has been repaired. But it's still pretty rough out there. It's still pretty